Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jay, the Principal Migration Lawyer here at Flow Migration Law. Before we jump in, a quick disclaimer. The information in this video is for general guidance only. Every situation is unique, so it's always a good idea to chat with a qualified migration lawyer about your specific circumstances. Now, if you've recently been granted a temporary partner visa, a huge congratulations. That's a massive milestone. But many people ask, what happens next? Today, we're going to walk through the second stage of the process, applying for your permanent partner visa, the subclass 801 or 100. So the first question is usually, when can I apply for the permanent partner visa? You become eligible to be assessed for the permanent stage 2 years from the date you first applied for your temporary partner visa. And here is something that catches many people out. The Department of Home Affairs will not automatically assess you for the permanent partner visa. You have to take action. They might send you a reminder, but ultimately it's your responsibility to log into your EMI account and submit the application for the second stage. Why is this so important? Well, your temporary partner visa is just that, temporary. The permanent partner visa is what gives you the long-term right to live in Australia, sponsor other family members, and eventually apply for Australian citizenship. Not applying for this second stage can have very serious consequences for your future here. Alright, let's talk about the evidence. The good news is you don't have to start from scratch and resubmit everything from your first application. The entire focus of your second stage is to show that your relationship has continued and is still genuine and exclusive. The department wants to see how your life together has progressed and developed since your temporary visa was granted. Let's break down what that looks like across the 4 key areas. First, the financial aspects. At the first stage, you might have shown a new joint bank account. Now, 2 years later, how have your finances become more intertwined? You could show statements from that joint account with consistent shared spending on household bills. Maybe you now have a joint credit card, have taken out a car loan together, or have named each other as beneficiaries on your superannuation. It's about showing that financial partnership has deepened. Second, the social aspects. How is your relationship seen by your friends and family now? Your evidence should reflect this. Instead of just photos from the beginning of your relationship, include photos from recent holidays, family gatherings, or events you attended as a couple. You could provide joint invitations to weddings or parties, or evidence of travel you've done together, like flight tickets and hotel bookings in both your names. Third is the nature of your household. This is about your day-to-day life together. If you were living together before, you can show how that's continued. Provide your current lease agreement with both names on it, or recent utility bills addressed to you both at the same address. Even mail from different sources sent to both of you at home can help build the picture of a shared life. And finally, the nature of your commitment and future plans. This is your chance to update the department on your long-term plans. You both write new statements about how your relationship has grown and what your plans for the future are. Are you planning to buy a home, start a family, or travel the world together? This shows the department that your commitment is ongoing and you're building a life together in Australia. Life happens, and sometimes relationships can change during the waiting period. If you and your partner separate before the permanent visa is granted, this can affect your application. It's really important that you seek professional legal guidance straight away if this happens. There can be provisions, for example, if there are children involved or in situations of family violence, but these are very complex areas. The key is to address the situation correctly and not just ignore it, as it could impact your visa status. So to recap, the key points. First, you become eligible 2 years from your initial application date. Second, you must apply for the second stage yourself. It is not automatic. And third, your evidence needs to show the development of your relationship since the temporary partner visa was granted. Navigating this final step is really important to securing your future in Australia, and getting it right is essential. It can be a detailed process, and it's understandable to have questions or want to make sure your evidence presents the strongest case possible. If you would like assistance with your permanent partner visa application, our team at Flow Migration Law is here to help. With my dedicated experience of over 8 years in Australian immigration law, we guide our clients through this process every day. Please visit our website, which is linked in the description box below, to get in touch. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates on Australian immigration. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.